Hello, my name is Jamie Goddard. I'm the Product Manager for the Miniature Circuit Protection range from NHP, primarily looking after the DIN-T range of circuit protection and the Mod 6 range of circuit protection. Today we're going to talk about a quick and easy selection chart to make RCD selections a lot quicker and easy for you. On the top here you can see it's split into two. On the left hand side is the DIN safe for the DIN-T type applications, and on the right hand side we have the Mod 6, the Mod 6 type applications. So depending on what application you're using or what enclosure type, the DIN-T or DIN safe is primarily for the concept panelboard range or industrial type load centers. The Mod 6 is more for your residential or light commercial applications. The first selection when choosing is is it DIN safe or Mod 6. The next selection, do you require an RCBO or an RCCB? So RCBOs typically have a standard of 61009, as you can see here on the top line, or 61008 for RCCBs. So RCCBs don't provide overcurrent protection, where RCBOs do. Then the next one is it for a single phase application or a three-phase application? So you can see next on the line here, you can see 1 pole plus neutral, or a 2-pole device, or 3-pole plus neutral. Then, is it designed to go on a bus bar chassis, as in the panel board, as you can see here for chassis along here on the third line, or is it just for a DIN rail application where they're all suitable for DIN rail? So depending on the application, you need to choose the right device. There's no point choosing, say, the DSR-CBH unit if it's going in a load center and there's not physically room for the extra long body, where the unit to the left, the DSR-CB-S, will certainly fit in that applications. So once you've chosen the form and fit of the RCD device you'd like, the next one is choosing the current rating. Do you need it to go up to 20 amps, up to 32 amps, 40 amps, or 63 amps? So depending on what current rating, it may limit the choices you have here. Then of course, the type of personnel protection you're trying to provide. Is it for a body protected area where you may need a 10 milliamp device, as you can see along here, or 30 milliamp for general personnel protection, or if it's for equipment and plant protection, you may choose a 100 milliamp or a 300 milliamp device. The application, does it require a switch neutral or not a switch neutral? Generally, unswitched neutral is all that is needed, but you may have some higher risk applications, such as in a service station or a site-specific requirement where you require a switch neutral. So then you need to ensure you meet that needs according to this line here. Is the feed coming from the top or the bottom? Generally speaking, the feed will come from the bottom, but you may have applications where the line side is on the top. So it's important to make note of that also. The standards are changing on the type of RCDs that are required as a minimum. From the 30th of April 2023, AC device will no longer be accepted. So it's important to choose a type A RCD or greater. So here you can see the RCD types, type A, type AI, type S, type F and type B. So you need to ensure you choose the right one for the type of application. Always refer to the manufacturer's instruction of the appliance on what type of RCD is required, or make reference to AS3000 on guidance on the correct selection of RCD protection. The next one, of course, is the fault level. Is it a high perspective fault level where you may require a 10 Ka device, or is just 6 Ka, or your fault level is even lower? So make sure you choose the required Ka short circuit rating for your RCD protection if it's an RCBO. Then of course the curve type. Do you require a C curve, a B curve, or a D curve, depending on the type of load you're requiring? General purpose applications just require a C-type curve. But if you have higher inrush applications or motor loads, you may require a D curve. If fault loop impedance is an issue, you may require a B curve type device, as you can see here. Then the voltage of the application, generally speaking, the majority of devices are 230, 240 volt, or for three-phase 400, 415. There are some applications where we can have a 110 volt rating, such as you can see here on the 2-pole wide RCBO. Is the device required to be sealed in the on or off position? What size cables have you got coming in? will your cables fit. So here's the general for the cables going directly into the terminal. Of course, we do have pin terminals to allow cable reduction. So you may have a 50mm cable and it will reduce it to a 25, so you can fit it in, say, this RCBH column here. There's also some frequently asked questions along the bottom here to help in the guide of selecting RCDs. There's a definition of the type AC, type A, type F and type B that you can see across the bottom, as well as typical leakage currents. It's always recommended that the nominal leakage current of your RCD is 1/3 of the sensitivity of the device. So if it was a 30mA device, it should nominally not be greater than 10mA. For 10mA, it should not nominally be greater than 3mA as a guide of reference to avoid nuisance tripping. You can see here there are many forms and fits. There are 2-pole wide devices, so you need to ensure if it's going on a chassis, you have a suitable chassis to suit the 2-pole wide device. We have recently launched our 3-pole RCBO, which allows for great retrofit applications, so you can simply take away a 3-pole MCB and replace it with a 3-pole RCBO. So it's a great feature. And of course, our single-pole pigtail RCBO, so you can simply take out an MCB and replace it with an RCBO, and the pin type bus comb or fork type bus comb will simply fit in and make it for an easy retrofit. On the bottom right hand side, you can see a QR code. Scan this QR code for more information. So I hope that this chart helps you with the selection of your RCD protection in the future, and thank you.